Alright everybody, so here's your Core Bites number 51. And the first question is a great review of our multiplication. So it's asking what times 6 gives you 42? Well, if you've been studying your flashcards, you would know that 7 times 6 is 42. Or you could say 6 times 7 is 42 because they are commutative. So you could flip those, right? Then number 2, we have a watermelon. It says Crocker Elementary needs 500 slices of watermelon for the spring picnic. If each watermelon is cut into 16 slices, about how many watermelons are needed? So for that one, you're pretty much saying what times 16 is going to give you close to 500. Okay? So you could do this a couple ways. You could divide 500 by 16, and that would give you your answer. Or you could take your answers here and multiply and see which one gives you close to 500 or over, but not under, right? Because you have to have at least 500. So let's start with your 20. And so remember our little rule. So if you have a 0, you would just multiply 2 times 16. So that would give you 32, and then just add your 0. Well, that is nowhere close to what we need. So let's try 30. 30 times 16, okay? So you may have to work that one out, and that's fine. But if you multiply 16 times 3, you get 48. And then just add your 0. So that is still not what we need, right? So let's try the 40. So 40 times 16 equals. Okay? So if you did 16 times 4, you already know that 16 twice would be 32. So if you do it again, then you'd have 64 plus your 0. And I always say it's better to have too much than not enough when it comes to food, right? So another thing we could do is if we divide 500 divided by 16, it says you're going to need 31, and then it's going to have a remainder. Like I said, you've got to have at least 500. So it's better to have more in this situation and have some left over, because you know there's going to be kids who are going to want to take it with them. So I say let's go with the 40, because I would rather have too much than not enough. And then for the next one, number 3, order the fractions from least to greatest. Least to greatest. Okay. So we've got 7/8, 7/5, 7/7, and 7/9. Well, you know that 7/7 is 1 whole, right? So that's going to equal 1. So let's go ahead and put it down. Okay. But then you've got 7/9. Okay, so that would actually be your smallest because it's your greatest denominator. So that's going to go towards the front. And then we've got 7/5, and we haven't really talked about improper fractions yet, but that means you're going to have a whole plus 2 left over. So that's going to be bigger than your whole you already have. And then, of course, you've got 7/8 left. And we know that 8 would be a bigger piece of pie than the 9, so then it would be after. They've both got 7 as their numerator. So this would be your answer, 7/9, 7/8, 7/7, and then 7/5. And then for number 4, it says Shannon's ice cream recipe calls for 2 1/4 cups of cream and 3 3/4 cups of milk. How many cups of cream and milk together? So the great thing is they both have the same denominator. So if you add your whole numbers, 2 plus 3 gives you 5. And then add your numerator, your 3 plus 1. So that gives you 4 over 4. And we just learned up here that whenever you have the same number on top and bottom, that really equals 1. So that equals 1. So 5 plus 1 gives you 6 cups total. And the last one, it looks like we have Pac-Man again, if y'all have ever played that. And it is asking, is this a line of symmetry? So if we fold Pac-Man on that line right there, it's going to be the same on either side. So yes, that would be your answer. So check yours. Let us know if you have any questions.